Hello everybody, welcome. Today I want to show you guys how I've been doing my advanced kind of like trade searches and stuff for stuff specifically your controlled metamorphosis diamonds, how to search their different radius sizes, also how to search for spirit on your Against the Darkness lost time jewels. I'm going to show you guys how to search total resistance, not all resistance, total resistance on your gear, so it's easier for you to search for like a variety of like cold fire, lightning stuff on your like boots, gloves, and stuff like that. So let's get on into it. I'm gonna do like a little tiny introduction to trading just for the new people real quick, and then I'll go right into the advanced stuff to kind of help you guys out. So let's get on into it. First thing you want to do is log into Path of Exile Trade. Log in first. I'm going to show you guys how I set up my my tabs. Usually when I log in, I use Firefox. I'm old school. I've used it for a very long time. But anywho, make sure you log in first. And I have a folder with all of the trade searches in one little folder. Everything's nice and organized, and I named everything. These are all my bookmarks, so I right click to open all of them, and this will open up all of my searches that I have saved, and I could just start my day by doing that. I don't have to open them up individually. I also want to point out I don't use any third-party apps or anything like that. I don't use any extensions. I don't like any of those stuff. I don't want to hear why I should use them or anything like that in the comments. Just leave me alone. Okay, anywho. Got that out of the way. That's how you open up your stuff to get started. In whatever you're searching, make sure you bookmark it. You can bookmark it right here. You can name it whatever you want. Make sure you choose your folder that you have, and then you save it. You can right click anywhere on here to make a folder, so you can add folder, name it to whatever you want. I named it 3.0 Po2 3.0 because it's been through many changes. But anywho, alright, now let's get into the advanced searches. I guess we'll start with controlled metamorphosis. A lot of people have a hard time searching through the different radiuses of the rings. This plays a huge factor in your builds. So what I do, let's deactivate that, is you can adjust this number right here. So you want to search for this, only affect passives in a very small ring. So if you put it to 8, you can search for the massive ring size. Now if you put it to, I think 7, it'll go to, I think large, yeah, very large. And I think you have to go down 2 more after that, so I think 5 will go to, I think, just regular large or medium large. Okay, so if I go up 1 more, it'll probably go up to like a normal large. Yeah, large. So keep going down and down and down until if you put to 0, of course you're going to get very small. But that is how you search your, of course there's going to be different price points and stuff like that, so that's why very small is not coming up. But yeah, that is how you search for your radiuses on your controlled metamorphoses. And future reference, make sure this line is here. Some people try to scam and they corrupted it and it doesn't have this line right here. Yeah, very important when you buy your controlled metamorphosis. Make sure you see this line right here. If it's corrupted and it's removed, yeah, you're screwing yourself. But anywho, that is how I search for those. Now let's go, because a lot of people are probably clicking on this video for my Against the Darkness for spirit. A lot of people are like, how are you getting spirit? Like, how are you, like, because I PM people all the time because they're like, how did you catch that so fast and stuff like that. Well, what I do is I hit Control F, and this is just part of any website searching kind of stuff. But yeah, if you hit Control F, you can bring up this little search bracket right here, and I always type in spirit, and then I hit highlight all, and then I hit match right here. So when I do a live search, and when the screen actually sees like spirit pop up, it'll actually kind of like highlight it for me. So what I do is I do a map, I have it, leave it on live search, and I'll come back. Actually, I want to go back up to the top. You can use these little arrows to go up to the top. So this will bring me, yeah, this will bring me up to the top. And I'll just unselect it and I'll select it again. And when I'm done, you know, doing my map, I'll just use these down arrows to cycle through. So you see it shows 1 out of 5 matches. The first match is always going to be your filter search. So it's actually 4. So it'd be, there's 1 right there. 1, 2, 3, and then well, I don't know where the 4th one went. Somewhere. Oh, there it is. And if you click down again, I'll bring you up to the top. So that is how well, that's how I search for my spirit. Like I said, I don't use any extensions or anything like that. This is part of like any kind of normal website searching stuff. But anyway, if you want to do it normally, and you want to try and find spirit, you can kind of do that, but you have to, let's say, you're trying to find one within like the 18 to 19 div range. What you could do is unselect this to kind of refresh it. You can scroll all the way through this. I saw one that was selected, because you have to kind of like scroll through them to kind of like load them up. And then what I would do is get to the bottom of the page, I'd go back up, then I'd do another match. So there's like 1 out of 8. We can go through them and we can check every single one that we want to check real quick. Pretty easy to look for them. But yeah, that's how I search my Against the Darkness with spirits. That's how I've been personally sniping some for like, you know, 2 to 3 divines, which they're definitely worth more than that. So yeah, kind of screwing myself over making this video. My bad for anyone else who's been doing this. I'm sorry. But yeah, I didn't want to gatekeep for too long. Anywho, let's do all resistances. I'm gonna show you. Well, we'll do boots for example, and how I do all resistances. So normally, it's pretty easy to do try resistance search, because you type in all this, and then you can. Well, I'll do an example here. So, of course you can't get intelligence if you have try resistances on a boot. So we'll just do, for example here, this. We'll take off this weighted sum. We'll talk about that really soon, but this will give you your pretty much your try resistance. Okay, it's pretty easy to search try resistance. Now, if you have it selected like this. Now, if you want to do 2 resistances and intelligence, which is what I'm looking for personally, you run into problems. As soon as you select intelligence, you're removing a suffix. So you can only have lightning or fire, or cold or fire, or lightning or fire, cold and lightning, you know, those combinations. Well, I want to search all those combinations without doing this. I want to do fire cold, but then again I change my resistances in my gear and I want fire and cold, so I don't want to be selecting these all the time. So what I do is I unselect this, I want intelligence. So what you do is you run another search for weighted sum, plug in all these, because this is going to search everything. And I want at least 60 resistances. That's going to be a minimum of... That's going to be a total resistances of 60 throughout all these parameters. So that's perfect for me, because I want intelligence, and I know I'm getting at least 60 total resistance. This is going to be total resistance. You put right here. So, and then you just put 1 value for here. And then I do a search. And that will give me a total resistance search. So it's going to include the enchanted right here. This is something you get when you corrupt an item. It has a It's kind of rare, you get resistances. So this will also include those enchants too as well. So I can see, okay, this guy has 61, it's got fire and fire. So a lot of fire on this one. And this one's got fire and cold, it's got 62 total. And you can just go down the list. Like this one has 60 cold resist, that's a crazy amount. Really good, and that's actually pretty good. But yeah, and you can search that way. And you get at least sometimes, you know, something that you want. But anywho, you can, you know, further tune that a little bit. So let's say I don't want to sit here and adjust all these values, and I want to look for tri resistance. So I'll take off intelligence because, you know, of course, if tri resistances, we can't get intelligence. So I want at least 120 total resistances on boots. So you can do something like that. We can increase this value to 120. We're always going to get at least 120, and there you go. And that shows everything at 120. So that is how I do my total resist. That is how you set it up. It makes it really easy for trying to find that specific gear that you're trying to get if you're trying to min-max and stuff like that. So set it up just like that. Alright, so I guess we'll talk a little bit about your time loss jewels. Some people want to, like specifically me, I want to search for magnitude. And of course, I have passive on here. You can easily search for passive right here. Small passive skills and radius. That actually has a filter for that, which is awesome. But anywho, if you're trying to search for something specific, which is a little easier because it's magic for these time loss jewels, you can type in jolting. If you put jolting in and you search it through here, you can always find all of your shock magnitudes that way. So it's a nice way to search for something that's pretty much a magic item, because they always have like a specific naming group. But after it goes to rare, it no longer has like a naming group. It's all random gibberish. But if you're ever searching for just like a magic item, like let's say you want to find like a weapon with high physical percent, of course you want to look for tyrannical, because that is the really high percent. Anyway, I'm probably getting way off topic. But yeah, that is how I search for my jewels. Like specific jewels that I want with shock magnitude. I type in jolting because these are jolting. But yeah, that is how I search for those. But that is about it, guys. Hopefully you guys learned some things, and everything was nice and smooth for you guys, and you understand everything. I don't want to go on and talk about a bunch of gibberish nonsense. So you guys all have a fantastic day. Peace.